Welcome to Epic Motivational Channel. Today I'll be discussing how to love yourself. What does it mean to love yourself and how do you actually love yourself? Many times we find it easier to love others than to love ourselves. Sometimes we're too hard on ourselves, we're too overly critical of ourselves. We have unhealthy relationships and the list goes on. We find it easier to dwell on our own apparent inadequacies. But regardless of the reason for your lack of self-love, it is time to start caring for yourself and treating yourself with the love you deserve. Here are some ways to love yourself. Know yourself. It is impossible to love yourself if you don't even know who you are. Invest in discovering what you believe in, what your values are, and what you actually like. Say no when you need to. Boundaries are an essential form of self-care because they let others know what you deserve and what you expect. Don't compare yourself to others. Others aren't better or worse, more or less than you. They're just different. You have to value yourself for who you are. You have to be accepting of yourself, and that means there's no reason to compare yourself with others. If you constantly do this, you'll always be unhappy because there'll always be greater and lesser persons than yourself. So believe that you're unique and hence no reason for comparison. Be truly present. Our lives are full of distractions. Many of these things are fun and worthwhile, but they can be draining and keep us from truly knowing and being ourselves. Know and use your strengths. We all have tremendous gifts, but many of them go unnoticed. When you're busy and distracted, it's hard to access these great qualities. Focus on your strengths, which will improve you and make you feel positive about yourself. In the same breath, focus on your weaknesses as well and build and improve yourself into being a better version of you. Give plenty of healthy treats. A treat is something special that you just give yourself. Unlike a reward, it doesn't need to be earned. Be good to yourself by giving yourself treats just because. Be honest with yourself. I mean, if you're not going to be honest with yourself, then who are you going to be honest with? This can be harder than it seems. Some of us are good at self-deception that we don't even know that we're doing it. Honesty is key in all relationships, and your relationship with yourself is no different. Clearly, you can't love your entire messy self if you're lying or making excuses. But true self-love means taking responsibility and accountability for all of your actions. Let yourself off the hook for making mistakes and imperfections. You're hard on yourself. You're probably harder on yourself than anybody else. I mean, even if God has forgiven some of us, we're still hard on ourselves saying we shouldn't have done that, we should have done this instead. But cut yourself some slack and embrace your humanness. Mistakes are normal. Imperfections are part of what makes you you. Work on forgiving yourself for the bigger stuff. Sometimes we hold on to bigger regrets or transgressions, but remember, if we knew better, we would have done better. Self-forgiveness is a process of bit by bit, forgiving yourself. Accept that some people won't like you. That's right, some people don't like you and it's okay. Don't waste your time trying to please people who are impossible to please or please people who aren't that important to you. Being yourself means you have to give up your people-pleasing ways and embrace your true and authentic self. Make fun a priority. Put something fun on your agenda weekly. Don't neglect it or cancel it because you have too much to do. Just like rest, we all need fun in order to feel good.